دکتۆر ئەمیری حەسەنپوور مامۆستای زانکۆی تۆرنتۆ لە مانگی ژوانی 1970 چاوپێکەوتنێکی کردووە لەگەڵ یای ئاگوستا گودهارت کە لەباری مێژوویەوە زۆر بە نرخە چونکو لەوانەیە کە تەنیا بڵێن کاسێتێکی دەنگی ئاگوستا گودهارت بێ کە مابێتەوە. ئێمە زۆر سپاسی مامۆستا ئەمیری حەسەنپوور دەکەین کە ڕێگای پێداین ئەو کاسێتە لەو زنجیرە بەرنامەیەی میسیۆنی کوردستاندا بەکار بهێنین. سەبارەت بە ئەو چاوپێکەوتنە ڕێزدار دکتۆر ئەمیری حەسەنپوور ئەو تێبینیە هەیە کە لێرەدا بۆتان دەخوێنمەوە. ئەمن لە مانگی ژوانی ساڵی 1970 بۆ چاوپێکەوتن و وتوێژ لەگەڵ میس گودهارت بە ماشین چوون بۆ فیلادێلفیا. نزیکەی 2 سەعات درەنگ گەیشتمێ لە دەوروبەری سەعات 9:30 شەوێ و بیرم دێ هەوا تاریک بوو و لە بەشێکی شاری فیلادێلفیا بۆ ماڵەکەی دەگەڕام کە هەموو شەقامەکان و خانوەکانی و یەکتری دەچوون. کە چووم ژنێکی لەلا بوو تەمەنی لەسەرەوەی 50 ساڵان بوو. ئەو گوتی بە بەردەوامی سەری ئاگوستا دەدا بۆ ئەوەی یارمەتی بدە. ئەوان چاوەڕوانی من بوون بۆ ئەوەی نانی شەوەیان لەگەڵ بخۆم. میس گودهارتم ساغ و بەکەیف و بەرچاو هات ئەگەر چی دەیگوت چاوی نابینێ، بەڵام زۆر گورج و گۆڵ و بەڕاحەتی لە دیوەکەدا دەهات و دەچوو. ئەمن هیچ پرسیاری پێشوم ئامادە نەکردبوو لێ پرسم، ئەگەر چی پێم خۆش بوو لەسەر دوو بابەتان شتی لێ بپرسم. یەکیان لەمەەر پرۆژەکەم سەبارەت بە لێکۆڵینەوەی ئابووری سیاسی کوردستانی موکری ئەم کە من لە ساڵی 1964ەوە دەستم بەو لێکۆڵینەوەیە کردووە و ئەو کارە تا ئێستاش هەر بەردەوامە. بابەتەکەی دی لەمەڕ وەرجێڕانی ئینجیل و ئەدەبیاتی مەسیحی بوو بە زمانی کوردی. ئەوە بەشێک بوو لە لێکۆڵینەوەی من بۆ تێزی دکتۆرایەکەم سەبارەت بە ستانداردکردنی زمانی کوردی. ئەو کەسی سێمەی کە لە وتوێژەکەدا پرسیار دەکا ئەو ژنەیە کە لەوێ ئەو شەوە لە لای میس گودهارت بوو. ئەمن دەمەویست زیاتر پرسیار بکەم، بەڵام کاتێک دوگمەی ڕاگررتنی تەسجیلەکەم داگرت میس گودهارت هەستی پێکرد ئەمن قسەکانم ئاستە کردووە و هەستم کرد ئەوەی پێسەیر بوو. داوای نەکرد نەوارەکە پاک بکەمەوە، بەڵام هەستم کرد چاوەڕوانی نەدەکرد قسەکانی ئاستە بکرێم. بڵاوکردنەوەی هەر وتوێژێک مەسەلەی ئەخلاقی لێکۆڵینەوە لەگەڵە خۆی دەهێنێتە گۆڕێ. ئەگەرچی لە ساڵانی 1970کاندا ئەخلاقی لێکۆڵینەوە بەشێک نەبوو لە پراتیکی لێکۆڵینەوەی ئاکادمیک، بەڵام ئێستا ئەمن خۆم لە ئاست پرەنسیپەکانی بە بەرعۆدە دەزانم کە لەگەڵ شتیدی پێویست بە ئیزنی ئەو کەسە هەیە کە وتوێژی لەگەڵ کراوە بۆ دابەزاندن و بڵاوکردنەوەی دەقی ئەو قسانەی لە وتوێژەکەدا کردوونی. میس گودهارت نەماوە بۆ ئەوەی ئیزنی بڵاوکردنەوەی دەقی ئەم وتوێژە بدە. مەسلەی سەرەکی لێرەدا پاراستنی کەرامەت، خێر و سڵامەتی ئەو کەسەیە وتوێژی لەگەڵ کراوە. بە لێکدانەوەی من لەم وتوێژەدا هیچ شتێک نییە بە شێوەیەکی نێگاتیڤ سەدەمە بە کەرامەتی ئەو کەسەی وتوێژی لەگەڵ کراوە واتە گودهارت بگەێنێ. ئەم کەرەستەیە یارمەتی دەکا بە سازدانی زانست سەبارەت بە مێژوویەکی کە ئاگوستا گودهارت بەشداری تێدا کردووە. لە کاتێکدا وتوێژەکە بەڵگەی تازە بەدەستەوە دەدا، گشت زیانیاریەکانی لە لاپەڕەکانی کوردستان میشنێریدا دەرکەوتون. یعنی ئەوە شیکردنەوە و تێبینیەکی بەڕێز دکتۆر ئەمیری حەسەنپوور بوو کە سەبارەت بە وتوێژەی کە هەندێک لە بەشەکانی لەو بەرنامەدا گوێتان لێ دەبێ دەڕاستیدا بەو زوانە بە تایبەتی بۆ ئەم ئاڵلقەیە بەرنامەکەمان نووسیوە. لەو وتوێژەدا لە سەرتاوە ئاگوستا گودهارت بە کورتی خۆی دەناسێنێ و دیارە کە خۆشی دەناسێنێ بە لە بەرچاوگرتنی ئەوەی کرد لەو تەمەنەدا نزیکەی 93 ساڵی عمر بووێنی لەو کاتەدا کە وتوێژەکەی لەگەڵ کراوە، ینی بڵین بە نزیکەی 8 ساڵ بەر لەوەی کە ماڵاوایی لە ژیان بکە. زۆر تەبیعیشەکە بۆ چەندین جاریشکە لە کوردستان بووە لەوانەیە بەروار یا نێوی شەخص ئەو شتانەی تێکەڵ کردوێ، بەڵام بە کورتی لەوێدا خۆی دەناسێنێ باسی ئەوە دەکات کە چیان کردووە، چۆن قاموسێکیان بڵاو کردوەوە. ئەوە بۆ نمونە مەسە ئیشارەی بە قاموس کردووە. لەسەر ئەو مەسئلەی قاموسە زیاتر یای شوێن هۆند وابزانام کاری کردو دواتر کە ئەو کتێبە بەداخەوە ئەو قاموسە تاکو ئێستا ئەوە بەرچاوی ئێمە نەکەوتووە. ئەوەش کە جێگای سرنجە لەوێدا بە شعرێک کە بە سرودێکی نەتەوەیی کە فاسوون بۆ کوردانی نووسیوە دەست بە قسەکانی دەکات.
I went into the mission field from Philadelphia to Iran to Savoujbulac, a very nice little place in Persia. I had a hospital and took care of the poor and took care of children, did midwifery and met different people. The people in Kurdistan were very, very nice to live with and to help one another while we were translating the Gospel of St. Luke with a man, Mirza Shmuel and Mirza Rahman. And I learned Kurdish, and I rather liked the language of Kurdish. And we had a church, and we had a dictionary printed in hymnals, and we did sing very nice. But Mr. Fossum, the man that died later on, we had a hymn to the tune of onward Christian soldiers. What a namba piran Kurdistan Kadim, ke vudda ushe deshtem, hosham budilim, jay babu daik, mali khushk brai, her dozeki, her berdeki, hosham bo vak marvari. Amal pashan chumbo tabriz وقتی که دنیا تکل بود پاشن تو تهران و آخری got dawa and the whole world broke out war and I had to come home and I remember the dear friends in Kurdistan. 1908 was the mission was started by Reverend Fossum. And then we worked through Germany, and there was a sister Meta von der Schulenburg came to be for the orphanage and helped in the translation work with Mirza Rahman and Reverend Shmuel. And from there we came on larger out into villages, and when the government had doctors there, I worked with the doctors in Persia and Persian doctors, and they helped them and they helped me, and we educated them. And when the Persian government turned over the things to the government, we left and I worked in Tabriz in the mission work, and then I worked in Tehran with Dr. Scola. I ran his hospital for him for a year and a half, and so in 1940 when we all had to come home as a mission field from all over the East, I came home and worked in America as a nurse.
لەو چاوپێکەوتنەدا ئەو کەسی سێهەمێنی ئەو خانمەی کە لە بەشداری کردووە ئەو چاوپێکەوتنەدا لەوێ ئامادە بووە کەسێک بۆ کە یارمەتی کردووە بە یای گوتهات پرسی لێ دەکا کە تۆ زۆر بیرەوەری خۆشت هەیە لەگەڵ ئەو خەڵکە چونکو باسی بیرەوەری خۆی کردووە کەی دیوە کەی نەدیوە ئەوانە و ئەویش دیارە لەسەر ئەوە بەردەوام دەبێ جاری واش هەیە کە جگە لەوەی کە ئەو جۆرێک کە پرسیاری لێ دەکرێ ئەو بە شێوەی خۆی وەڵام دەداتەوە.
Now I'm an old woman, 93 years old, and I'm still keeping house and living by myself and doing my own work and doing my own caring for myself in different ways.
وەک بەڕێز ئەمیر حەسەنپوور لە ئەو تێبینیەیدا کە سەبارەت بە ئەو چاوپێککەوتنە نووسوێتی دەڵێ کە ئەو دوو مەبەستی هەبوو یانی زیاتر مەبەستی بۆ لێکۆڵینەوەی تاریخی کوردستانی مکری بۆ لەو سەروبندەدا و لە پێشدا هیچ پرسیاری ئامادە نەکردووە لەبەر ئەوە ئەو بەڕێز حەسەنپوور لێ دەپرسێت کە تۆ لە ماوەی ساڵانی شەڕدا ساڵانی شەڕی یەکەمی دنیاگرەوەدا لەوێ بووی گەلۆ ئەو قەتڵ و ئامەی کە لە خەڵک کرا دیتت لەو بارەیەوە گوتهارت بە کورتی وەڵام دەداتەوە.
Were you in Iran during all the years of the World War, First World War? Did you see the massacres?
Yes, I saw the massacre of the Russians to the Kurds.
In Savoujbulac?
In Savoujbulac. The first night they broke into our drugstore and drank some arnica, and 10 or 12 Russians were killed from drinking the stuff. We didn't know where they got killed, but the Russians came and accused us that we want to know what kind of a medicine was. So they broke into our place. We was in there in the second, when they had a second breakout to be Mirza Rahman's house.
پرسیاری ئەوەی لێ دەکرێت گەلۆ ئەو کارانەی کە لە زمینەی زمانی کوردیدا کراون بۆ نمونە کارەکانی کە ئیفاس و من لە سابڵاغێک کردوویەتی و ئەویش لەو بارەیەوە بڵێن شیکردنەوەی خۆی هەیە و دیارە وەکو کتم هەندێک لەوانەیە جاروبار تێکەڵ بووە.
Did Dr. Fassam translate the translations in Savoujbulac?
Savoujbulac, he translated in the Savoujbulac a dictionary, a hymn book, a catechism, I don't know, they did a lot of writing, I don't remember, because I had a lot of work with my hospital business and midwifery outside in villages, riding on horseback, and on 140, 50 miles sometimes, and you could do nothing anymore for the patient in the mountains.
پرسیاری ئەوەی کە لێ دەکرێت چێ یارمەتی دەکرد بۆ کارەکانی فاسوم لەباری زمانەوە یعنی چێ یارمەتی دەدا بۆ وەرگێڕانی کارەکان گوتهارت باسی دوو کەس دەکات دەڵێ دوو کەس یارمەتیان دەکرد یەکیان قازی محەممەد و ئەوی دیکەشیان دراوسەیەکەمان کە مامۆستاشمان بوو بە نێوی میرزا ڕەحمان دیارە لێرەدا بە بۆچوونی من یعنی بە واقعیەتەکەش ئاوایە کە لەباری زەمانیەوە هەندێک ئاڵوگۆڕێک دەبێت چونکو ئەو پێشەوا قازی محەممەد ساڵانی 1923 بەولاوە پەیوەندیان لەگەڵ پەیدا دەکا بەڵام ئەو زمانی کە فاسوم لەوێ بۆ ئەوە لەباری منتیقیەوە ناگونجێت چونکو لەو سەروبەندیدا لە ساڵی 1911 پێشەوا هەر لە تەمەنی 10 ساڵیدا بوو.
Were people there helping him in translating?
Yes, there were two people that was helping. One of them was Qazi Muhammad, our next door neighbor, and Mirza Rahman, our teacher. They helped. And there were a lot of Kurdish people that could read Persian, that translated it from the Persian into the Kurdish. They were Kurds, but they could, like Qazi Ali, Qazi Muhammad, they were able to read Arabic, and from that they were able to translate from some of the things from the Arabic to the Kurdish.
This is Qazi Muhammad, which one, the brother of Qazi Ali?
The son.
The son.
Son of Qazi Ali. The brother of Ali, they were Ali Agha and Qazi Muhammad. Ali was the youngest one of Muhammad, Qazi Ali. There were 3 Qazis there. I can't think of the other Qazi. Yeah, they were very, very nice people to work with. The ladies were particularly friendly till they were abused by the law.
دواتر بحثی ئەوە دەکا کە چۆن مەدرسەکانیان چۆن بوون ئەو شتانە زۆر بە کورتی ئەو شتانەش دێنێتە گۆڕێ لە زەمینەی ئەوەی کە ئەو بەڕێز حەسەنپوور پرسیار لێ دەکا گەل و شتەکانیان چاپ بوون چاپ نەبوون گودهارت باسی هێندێک لە ئەو چاپەمەنیانەی دەکا کە لەبەردەستیاندا مابوونەوە و دوایش لەسەر ئەوە دەڕوا کە چۆن زۆر لە شتەکانیان دەڕاستیدا ئەو هێرش و تاڵانەیدا کە کراوەتە سەر پێگەکەیان لە بین چوون و حتا بەشێکیان ئاوریان تێبەردراوە ئەوانە.
Now, were these things that you translated, were they used in
they were,
the town?
Yes, they were used in the, yes, those that could read it, and we used them in the school and we used them in the church because it was a help to, we had the catechism, we had the whole alphabet in Kurdish, and we had quite a few things, but they were all destroyed when we were left naked by the Shkoks. They destroyed it, they killed everybody, they could kill everything that ever, what was,
دواتر کە بەحسی ئەوەی دەکا کە کتێبەکەی بۆ نمونە مەبەستی لە کتێبی ڕێزمانی کردەیی کوردیە یا پراکتیکل کوردیش گرامر کە لە نیویۆرک چاپ بۆ بەڕێز حەسەنپوور شتانەی لێ دەپرسێ.
So you said there was a dictionary too, a dictionary?
Yes, the dictionary was too. A dictionary was.
Was it printed?
Yes, it was printed. There were at least half a dozen, and one of them I gave to, the last one that I had, I gave to a Jewish man in a hospital in Abadan. And they were printed. There was a lot of things printed, but some of them were destroyed by fire, some of them were destroyed by war, some of them were just simply set afire. And a hymnal is in the hymn books is in America, one of them that I know of.
Where were they printed?
What, New York. Yeah, they have not. We had a Kurdish print typewriter, and that was sold. I left that in Tabriz Mission in 1940. But there was a print, but most of it was printed in New York.
لەسەر مەدرسە دیسان باز دەکرێت کە لەوێدا گودهارت تەوزیحی ئەوە دەدا کە زیاتر ئەو دەمی مەدرسەی دەوڵەتی بەو شێوەیە نەبوو دیارە ئەوەش دەگەڕێتەوە قۆناغێکی پێشتر لە ئەو سەروبەندی لە سەرەتادا ڕەنگە ساڵانی 1911 ئەوانە مەدرسەی دەوڵەتی نەبووە بەڵام زیاتر مەدرسە هەب دواتر مەدرسە کراوەتەوە لەوێدا باسی ئەوە دەکا کە لە منداڵانی کورد زیاتر کوڕان ممکنە وەکو بڵێن لە مزگەوتان خوێند بێتیان بەڵام لە بینی کچاندا کچان خوێندەواریان نەبوو زیاتر لەو بارەوە تۆزێتدا.
What was the language you used in the school? Would you teach in Kurdish or in Persian or
Kurdish?
In Kurdish. How come it was in Kurdish? Was there any government school, or your school was the only one?
Was there what?
A school by the government, run by the government. Yours was the only one?
It was a Kurdish, they had a Ghazi and all in a government. The Shah the place was run by Persia, but there was no trouble between any of them.
Didn't they provide a school for the children?
No.
You did the only teaching. The children.
Well,
the only education
they had religious schools in the mosques for the boys.
I see.
They had the religious schools for the boys, but that was only not in books, not in writing, just by verbal written, by the language taught. I started to pray. That was all. There was no schools when I was there, and till there was no schools except what was taught for the boys that were going to become mullahs and this and that. And the law was run by a Persian. The post office was run by a Persian. The Persian man, he spoke English and he spoke German, and the government was a Persian man. The custom officer was a Persian man, and but they spoke Kurdish. They spoke, and we only had a few soldiers, few officers standing there, and a doctor.
سەبارەت بە ئەو بڵێن شەڕی هێزی سمکۆ دەگەڵ حکوومەتی مرکزی دەگەڵ ئەرتەشی ئێران لە سابلاغێدا باز دەکا کە دیارە ئەو لەبەر ئەوەی کە ڕوت کراون و تاڵان کراون ئەو مەسئلەیەش لە چاوپێکەوتنەکەدا دەهێنێتە گۆڕێ.
Before I left there, before we left, they had the army came in and found the shakaks. The shakaks were that was the trouble. And the Persian government at that time didn't give the people any trouble whatsoever. They worked with them together, and the shakaks were the troubles. What was them? They raised up the robbed us and killed the Reverend Bashimun, and killed the servant, and killed a lot of Kurds, and stripped us of everything, and put us out, ruined everything.
لە جێگایەکدا باسی ئەو پەیوەندیانە دەکا کە لەگەڵ هێندێک لە دکتۆران و ئەوانە هەیان بوو کە ئەوەش ئەم بوای بۆ دەچم مربوط بە ساڵانی دواتری چالاکیەکانیان بێ باسی ئەوە دەکا کە بسەن لە سابلاغێ پۆست هەبووە لە سابلاغێ ئیمکانی پەیوەندی تەلەفۆنی و ئەوانیان هەبووە لەگەڵ ورمێ لەگەڵ تەورێز و ئەو جێیانە.
Some of the people that came from Tabriz, from Tehran, spoke either German or Russian or doctors came. Most of the doctors were from Germany. They spoke German languages. And I knew two of them that spoke German languages. And one officer in the barracks spoke German. And they were educated in Germany. But they were, one of them, the home was, I think, in Bakhtiari, one was in Tehran. Then some of them came with their wives from German wives, and their family are doctors. It wasn't any, there was no trouble amongst the Kurds and the government, except that the Shkaks who were from the other side, from Turkey, interfered. The lures were bad at that time. But all they robbed and killed, and that was all they got.
لە جێگایەکیشدا پرسیاری ئەوەی لێ دەکرێت کە گەلۆ خەڵک بە چی ژیاون ژیانی خەڵک چۆن دابین کراوە ئەو بەحسی تەجارەت و ئەو شتانە دەکا کە مەسەلەن لە سابلاغێ یەکێک لەو شتانەی کە دەریان چواندۆ وەکو بڵێن کاری ئەساسی بازرگانی لەسەر کراوە مەسلەی تووتن بووە دوایە کەتیرە بووە ئەو شتانە بە وردەڕیشاڵ باز دەکا شوێنەکان باز دەکا کە ئەو پەیوەندیانە لەگەڵ رووسیا بووە لەگەڵ تورکیا بووە حتا باسی ئەوە دەکا کە بۆ نمونە دەڵێ قەند و شەکر جاری وا هەبووە لە بێلژیک ڕادەهات.
When you first went to Savoujbulac, how was situation there, life of the people? How was the town? You know, was there any business, trade?
Yes, tobacco. Tobacco was a big trade in Savoujbulac. Katira, that I know, tobacco and Katira. And under God's blessing, we had plenty of water, and the traffic. Now, we had a post, we had a post office, and a custom house.
Where would they trade with? Like Savoujbulac had, people would go to
Russia, we got Russian trade, Russian stuff, and they would go to Julfa, and some of them would go to Russia, some of them only go to Tabriz and bring stuff in.
سەبارەت بە مەسئلەی پەیوەندیەکانی خۆیان لەگەڵ ئیاس قسە دەکا و دیارە ئەو دیمەنەی ئەو کە ئیاسی دیوە کە ئەفسەرەکانی قازاقی بە دەورەوە بۆ ئەوەشی هەر لە زێهنیدا بۆ کە لەو چاوپێککەوتنەدا باسی دەکا.
There was a Russian consul, and he was a Lithuanian, and he had a nice staff until the Scots came and the Turks came, and they were friendly. They were very, very friendly with the Kurdish people, and they only had, I think, something like 40 soldiers standing in Savoujbulac at the consulate, and horses, because we traveled with the horses only, and we had a telephone for Tabriz, that's 150 miles, and we had a telephone, we could talk on the telephone to Urumia, that's about 80-90 miles, and the headquarters was in Urumia from the Savoujbulac.
This was before the war, right?
Before the war, before the terrible break loose of the Shakaks.
Why were the Russians there? Well, how come they had a consulate?
I don't know how they about that, but they had a consul, and he was a Lithuanian. Yes, and there was a book written by Mr. Fassam about in the English language, about consul. He was a Lithuanian, and he lived in the barracks, had 14 soldiers, but I spoke English, spoke German, spoke Russian, and spoke Lithuanian. When he found out that I was a Lithuanian and couldn't speak very good Lithuanian.
What was his name?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. He was from the Litevsky Polk in Russia. He stood there. He was a very man about his 40s, 50s, 50, 60 maybe.
Was he killed later?
Yes, he was killed with them.
By whom?
By the Turks, by the revolutionary one. He's beheaded.
Later, was Nikitin a consul there? Did the Turks have a consulate there? How large was theirs?
I don't know how long it was, but there was a consulate there. I knew the housekeeper. The Russian, Turkish consulate. Russian. Because there was a business traffic between Turkey and the Kurds and Russia. Russia then controlled most of that part of Persia, Urmia, Shaitanabad, and up into the Black Sea. But the consul was killed, his soldiers were killed on the river near Marava.
لە باسی فاسومدا ڕەنگە باسی ئەومان کردبێ کە لە سەر بەرجی ڕێزمانی کردەی کوردیدا باسی ئەوەی کردو کە تەنانەت نووسەری ڕۆژنامە سەر نووسەری ڕۆژنامەیەکی کوردیش جا لێرەدا بەڕێز حەسەنپوور لە ئاگوستا دەپرسێکە گەلۆ ڕۆژنامەیەکی ئاوا هەبووە یان نا؟
I've read somewhere that a newspaper in Kurdish was published by one of the missionary groups. Is it true?
No, we didn't have.
No journal?
No, we have no Kurdish language. Nobody could read Kurdish except Qazi Muhammad and 2, 4, 5 people. I couldn't read any Kurdish. No. I couldn't read Persian. Because there was no school. The only school was ours, a missionary school. And the children, they say that in the mosques they taught 4 or 5 boys, and that's all. Later on, I think, when they had schools, but not in our time.
دوای باسی ئەوە لێ دەپرسێت کە بنەماڵەکان چیان دەکرد دیارە ئەویش دیسان ئەو تەسەووری ژنانی کوردی لە بەرچاوە کە چۆن لە چۆمی شیویان کردووە ئەو شتانە بە دوور و درێژیش باسی ئەوە دەکا یا چۆن ماڵەکان هەر ماڵی گەورەتر بڵێن لە سابڵاغێ لەبەر دەچی خانوەکانیان لە حەساری خانوەکان باخچەیان هەبووە ئەوانە.
What did the big families do, like families, the aghas or the merchants, how would they teach their children?
Well, they sewed and they washed and they bathed and they worked in the gardens and they went shopping now and then in the streets. And they had sheep and they had the gardens in the front of their houses or in the field, and most all of them had parts in the villages that, like the Qazis, they went, they had the Qazi had a village and sent the food in, the rice and the food and came in from the villages, and on all the mosques we had gardens, and so the women had to do their own sewing, their own knitting and their own henna on their heads and the bathrooms. Lots of things to keep the women, everybody. The rich had servants and the poor were too poor.
How
So
did they become rich? I mean, what was their
they had
source of
land,
income?
they had villages. They had villages.
So village was the most important thing. What
The
was
village.
most important, village or trade?
The village was the most important thing. The trade people had to go for 150 miles to get a trade. Some of them had to go all the way into Russia, and Russia would bring the trade in through contraband. Others bring it in through custom, and Turkey brought in lots of things that they had, such as henna and such as stuffed little odds and ends from Turkey. Now and then we would get sugar from Belgium. The salt we get from Russia. And rope and things where we had plenty of wool to weave carpets. We had to get the linen, the flax already spun from Russia, and then weave the carpet. And we get good dyes. Most of the dyes would be from the greens in the mountains, vegetable dye. And then we had hand weaving machinery invented from Russia. We didn't have no machinery. All we got from Russia when we had our own oil and didn't know what to do with it. A pint of oil cost up to 50, 60 cents. Shies and charcoal we burned, and dava we burned, dava.
Who would use the oil?
Russia.
And in the
I
town?
got the oil from Russia. but
The
who used
stewards.
it? What did
We
they
used
use it
lamps, lamps,
for lamps?
lamps, lamps, honey, lamps.
Did everyone afford buying lamps for?
Oh, you had to have a lamp. If you didn't have a lamp, you had no light.
And every family afforded it, or just the rich?
Well, we had little lamps and we had big lamps, and we had candles we made from tallow.
What I want to know is, what was their main means of support? Was it rug weaving? Was it agriculture? Was it...
We didn't know nothing about advertising. There was
I
no
didn't say
Agriculture.
advertising. Agriculture. Was it farming? How did most people live? I know that you said there were some rich. Well, how did they get rich?
the villages.
From what means?
The villages.
Yeah, but there has
Villages,
to be
no
some,
villages.
there has to be some product.
Well, the villages
Okay.
produced wheat and barley
Oh, I see.
and
That's what I
and
In other words, there were
cotton
farms.
and farming. The villages, whatever we sheep grazing, we had lots of that, and bring in butter and bring in cheese and bring in
In other words,
yogurt.
agriculture, now I get it. Is that-
Yogurt and what we make, we bring in, and they sow wheat, and we didn't have rye, we didn't sow rye in Persia, and we had rice. In the fall we all looked for the pancakes, this big manure mixed together with leaves and things to burning and for the stove. And you buy milk and the eggs and chicken. You can eat the chicken
Do
yourself.
they have cows? You say you buy milk.
Sheep. Goats. Cows are were very, very scarce. Cows, there were not enough grass, so just some of them around the river banks, like Henderkosh and Lagada, could keep cows.
لە جێگایەکیش باسی ئەوە دەکا کە دەڕاستیدا ئەحتیات هەبووە بە کێشانی تریاک و تەنانەت چاندنی خاشخاشکەوە و ئەوە دیارە لە ناوچەیەک بۆ لە ناوچەی سندوسی باسی دەیەک دەکا بە نێوی شەیتاناباد کە ئەو شەیتاناباد دەیەکە کەوتوتە بە پێی زانیاریەک کەوتوتە گوندێکە کە لە دەوروبەری نەغەدەیە و لە تەقسیماتی ئەستانیدا بەشی دەهستانی دۆڵی ورمەیە کە لە 21 دێ پێک دێ و ئاغای ئەو دوێ ڕۆژگارێک پیاوێک بۆ بەناوی ئاغاخان کە بێغایە دەوڵەمەند بوو و حاجی مخبەر سەلتەنەی هدایەت لە کتێبی خاترات و خەتەراتدا باسی کردو. بەهەرحاڵ لێرەدا لەو چاوپێکەوتنەدا باسی ئەوە دەکات کە چۆن لەو شەیتاناباد خاشخاش نێژرا و کەسی وا هەبوون کە خویان گرتۆ بە تریاک کێشان دوای دەڵێ لە بینی کوردەکاندا کەسی وا هەن نەبووە بەڵام دوای کابراایکی وە بیر دێتەوە دەڵێ یەکێک هەبوو و دەبوو شەرم بکە ئەو کارێک کردو ئەوە.
But the only thing we had, Shaitanabad, that was nearer the Turkish border, and they raised opium there. We didn't raise opium in Savoujbulac. If you were an opium smoker, you heard it all over the street. The Jews smoked most of the Kurd. I don't remember a Kurd that smoked opium or ate opium. But yes, one of them I know, and he died dead and his wife too. But there was a disgrace if you were an opium smoker. The Jews did and the Ajams did. So that's it. But
Where was the opium grown?
it was grown someplace around the mountains, a Shaitanabad, that's near the Turkish border. And I don't know where opium, we didn't grow opium. We grew them in a garden. I had opium for flowers. We picked them up, and the seed we put on bread a little bit. And that doesn't do anything. That doesn't do anything. When the seed comes on bread, it doesn't do nothing. It's like putting nuts on. Yeah, because you never, you got 2-3 tablespoons full of opium, but opium was nothing. You use them for the beautiful flowers in the garden now and then. And the mosques had onions and lettuce in the mosque. And the water came down from the mountains. And pigeons we had. I used to go pigeon hunting. Ducks you couldn't eat. Ducks, your life stink like dead fish. Because the ducks eat all the fish. So you can't eat.
Which families were the richest one, the big families?
Generally, Qazi Ali or Muhammad weren't rich. Qazi Ali's brother, 2 brothers were rich, and they kept Qazi Ali and Qazi Muhammad alive, and that's about all. But Sayyid Jambi, the Fallet, the carpet man, and a couple of Jews were rich. Sayyid Rahman was a rich man, not too rich because he had 8 children. He was in the tobacco business, but he was an honest man. He didn't smoke, and he didn't chew, and he drank tea, and he lived with his family. He was honest. I knew 3-4 rich men, but the Qazi Muhammad, 2 of them, Qazi brothers, they had land, and they had, one of them had 400 sheep, and they had 4 sons. One of them is that married a Jewish girl, and they were rich people. I went over there quite a few times, and the girls were sicker, men were sicker, Qazi was sick. They had beautiful homes, carpets, and Ali Agha was a rich man. He went to Germany, and Sardasht was a sheep country and goat country too, but it was awfully hard to get used to Sardasht yogurt and milks because they tasted of oak leaf, because the oaks, the mountains are full of oak leaves, greens. It's near the Turkish border there.
باسی ئەوە دەکا کە چۆن خەڵک بڵێن شار بەستراوەتەوە بە گوند کە لەباری بڵێن ئاژەڵداری و حیوانداری و ئەوانە ڕە باز دەکا.
How was the relation between the town and the villages? Yeah.
They were very good always. The town couldn't live without the villages because the villages depended on the things like oil and things began to come in, wool, spinning machinery, goods for dresses, and silk. And when the trouble was then, when the border was shut up from Turkey, where they could not carry things in from Turkey and India, smugglers, because they were put on customs and they were caught, and Russia there was custom to pay to import and export, and that started then, and so the smugglers started to come in, and so that, but the other was, the city was, the city and the villages were very, very good. Were most of the merchants, the rich ones were the course, and the poor merchants with sugar and tea and this and needles and combs and razors and things like that were most of them Jews. And the Jewish men were very nice. They were very, very nice. I had a Jewish friend. On Saturday they didn't open their store. He gave me, when I would need something on Saturday, or somebody wouldn't have sugar or tea or something that he had, he'd give me the key from the store door, and I'd go and give the people the stuff, and they pay me, and I pay it back and give him his keys back. There was a certain brotherly love amongst most of them that had any common sense. The friendliness makes better business.
یکی که لو چاو پێکەوتنە دا دیسان بەرچاوە ئەویش ئەوەیە کە دراستیدا ئەو ینی بەلە بەرچاوگرتنی ئەو کە بیستوێتەوە کە بە هەرحاڵ بە دوای چوونی ئەوان و ساڵانی 1940 بەولایەوەی دی بەزستنەوەی گەلی کورد زۆر تەنیوەتەوە حکوومەتی کوردستان پێکاتەوە و حتمما گوتهارتیش ئاگاداری ئەوە بووە کە ئەو جنایەتانەی کە حکوومەتی مەرکەزی لە کوردستانی کردوێتی بۆیە زۆر جار ئیشارە دەکات کە لەو سەروبەندیدا کە ئەوان لەوێ بوون لەڕاستیدا کێشەیەکی ئاوا لە بینی کوردان و حکوومەتی مەرکەزیدا بەو شێوەیە نەبووە.
When the massacre came in Mirza Rahman's, this place, there was 20 of them, there was only one left, and the baby boy was left at 10 or so years, hid in a closet amongst the doors, and then he got left. They crept in the closet. Everything that was in that place, they were killed. That's when E.S. the consul was killed. Persia had no respect for the Russian army, and the Russian army had no respect for. They didn't know the difference between one or the other. They didn't know you're a Turk or an Ajam or a Kurd or an Armenian or a Syrian or a Jew. You were a Muslim. Now that was their big place. They turned the light out and shot everything through. That was a terrible massacre. That was a dirty war that killed women and children. They had no respect for nobody. What time is it?
11 o'clock.
ئەو چاوپێکەوتنەی کە بەڕێز دکتۆر ئەمیر حەسەنپوور دەگەڵ ڕەحمەتی یای ئاگوستا گوتهارت کردوێتی لە دوو ڕووەوە زۆر گرینگە. یەک لە ڕوانگەی ئەوە کە کەسێکی کە لە نزیکەوە ئەو ڕووداوانەی دیوە باسی تەجروبیات و ڕابردوو دەکات بۆ ئێمە، و لایەکی دیکەشەوە دەڕاستیدا تەنیا نیشانەیەکە کە دەمێنێتەوە بۆ ئێمە، ینی دەنجی خۆی وەکو دەنجی ڕەسەنی خۆی دەبیستین. هیوادارین کە ئەم بەرنامەیەش کەلکی خۆی هەبوو بێ.